to the Business and Bubbly podcast. This is the place for women in business who are on the journey of building their big ideas and want to have fun along the way. It's for those of us who also know we aren't meant to do business or life alone. Hi, I'm Charity Majors, your host and the founder of Business and Bubbly. Think of this kind of like the can I pick your brain chats that you've always wanted to have with those who are doing epic things, plus business besties, hype girls, and getting into massive action towards your next big idea all in the same place. Oh, and bubbles, because if you're not having fun along the way, you're not doing it right. Together, we'll unlock what it means to be seen, known, heard, and championed all along the ups and downs of entrepreneurship and being a woman in business building big dreams. Each week, I'll bring you a quick sip business tip, as well as interviews from top experts that make you feel like you're getting bottle service for your business. We're having the raw and real conversations and chatting about all the things, the messy middle, the pivots, scaling, the good days and the bad days, because here we do real. It's where we can work hard, play hard, cry it out, and dance it out all at the same time without being judged. This is a place where we are in the arena together and we are each other's biggest fans because most of us have enough comments from the cheap seats. It's where our too much is par for the course and where the gaps of our not enough are filled in by the other epic women that are around us. It's where we can be unapologetic about the mission we are on, about the big dreams on our heart, and the business we are building without having to be perfect or have it all together, or even pretend to. It's a supportive community where business is being done amongst like-minded women, because when money gets in the hands of good women, great things happen. It's a place where you have the support around you to get out of your comfort zone and go after your big ideas, because even when you fail forward or when you reach the top, you know it won't be alone. Also, if you know anything about me, you'll know that I'm obsessed with creating platforms that lift up other women to be seen and heard and known. So with that in mind, I'd like to invite you to list your business on our directory called Find Women in Business. All you've got to do is text the word directory to 833-231-8098, and I'll text you the link back to get your free listing. This is also a great way to connect with other women in business from around the world, so definitely check it out. And now let's get to the good stuff. Grab a glass of your favorite beverage, Prosecco, bubbly water, or whatever your flavor is, and let's dive in. Are you with me? Here we go. Hey, Biz Bestie. I shared this quote on Instagram and on Threads, and it said that sometimes the most productive thing that we could do for work is to not work harder or work more, but is to actually get into the room around people that can expand us, around those that ignite creativity and new ideas, and those that call us into that next version of ourselves. And I love this quote. I love this idea because a lot of times in entrepreneurship, as a woman in business, we kind of just go after the thing. We get in the grind, we put our head down, we're working on the goal, we are just going for our big idea, we're going after our dreams, and we forget that sometimes we actually have to slow down to speed up. And if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm Charity Majors. I'm your host, and it is an honor to be here. If you are a regular listener, thank you so much for being here. It truly is not lost on me that you come back time and time again, that you come here as a source of inspiration for that quick sip. We like to call these quickie episodes, like the quick sip of inspo, of get your booty into action type of a message, get in and then get back on with your life and get on with your business type of a conversation. And a lot of times, I know there have been times where I have found
myself in these seasons where it's like, okay, what I'm doing, like I keep trying to do the thing and maybe I'm hitting up against a wall, or maybe I am just kind of fresh out of good ideas, or I'm just finding that I'm a little bit stagnant. What is actually needed in that season or in that moment is not necessarily to work harder, not necessarily to try another strategy or to launch another thing or to, like just put your head down and grind it out. Sometimes what's actually really needed is to change your environment. And I don't know if you know this, but environment is actually stronger than willpower. I'm going to say that again. Environment is stronger than willpower. Okay. And this kind of gets into the concept of, so say you are trying to get in shape and you just keep having ice cream in your fridge at night. Now, of course, your mind is like, nope, don't eat the ice cream, don't eat the ice cream. But here's the thing, is environment is stronger than willpower. And so late at night when your willpower meter has been used up for the day and you're kind of relaxing on the couch and after dinner, now all of a sudden that habit kicks in and it's like, oh, ice cream. That would be great for me right now. Even though I know that that is not what I quote unquote should be doing. It's in the environment. And so it's going to be stronger than your willpower. And here's the thing. It's the same thing in business. So if you are finding that you are not being inspired, you're kind of fresh out of those ideas, you know that there's something on the horizon, you know that you're meant for more, you know that where you are is not where you're meant to stay, then you got to get in a different environment. You have to get around those that can expand you. You have to get in the conversations that are going to ignite creativity inside of you. You need to get around the people that can have that one connection. Maybe you're just one connection, one conversation away from that actual tangible takeaway that you need to implement in your business, or that one connection that you need for your next big idea, that one side conversation, that one side connection that you make in a room, like what we are doing at the Rise Summit, because together and like bubbly, we rise. That is what you actually need in your business. It's not to hustle more. It's not to put your head down and grind it out and just like do the thing. And no, like sometimes we have to slow down to speed up. It's almost like the concept of a bow and arrow, right? You gotta slow down. Sometimes even you go backwards, right? To pull that thing backwards. And then when you let go, it is like game on. I am headed straight towards the target at high velocity, at high speed. But that doesn't happen if you are just continuing to do the same action in the same environment with the same mindset, with the same trajectory that you have been doing. If you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling uninspired, if you are not feeling like you are in the right room. So this is my official invitation. If you have not heard it already, but you are invited to our Rise Summit happening September 29th and 30th in Boise, Idaho. Yes, in Idaho. No, we have more than potatoes here. We actually have an incredible community of women that are coming from all over the nation, flying in for our Rise Summit. We have incredible keynote speakers, tangible takeaways, a weekend of empowerment, connection, networking, the strategy that you need, but more importantly, the expansion that you are craving, the connections, the genuine connections, not the, oh, hi, what do you do type of a bad conversations. No, like we actually are inviting intentional connection and inviting people in, inviting you as a woman, inviting our women in business that are coming to this summit into deeper conversation. Because one of our mottos is that we actually believe that when we can ask better questions and when we get brave with our answers, that we create better connection. And so lo and behold, with this concept, I have actually created some really fun connection cards that we use within our chapters nationwide. And it starts to ask questions like, what is life teaching you right now? What are your strengths? What are some areas for growth? What is lighting you up right now? All right, it's those better questions and better conversations, as well as the tangible takeaways that happen from our speakers, from our panelists, from those that are so excited to come in and pour into you. As a woman in business, with your customers, with your clients, or maybe you have your own community, maybe as a leader, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't reach the next level of where you're called to go with the same ideas that you have had, with the same connections that you have had, with the same strategies or the same habits that you have had. And if you know, like I do, that you are meant for more, which PS, I actually have another podcast that's called Meant for More. So go dive into that one. And my book, Meant for More, Igniting Your Purpose in a World That Tries to Dim Your Light. Grab it on Amazon. Shameless plug. It's an amazing book. Get it. But if you know that you're meant for more than what you're currently doing, then this is the room for you to get in. It's September 29th and 30th in Boise, Idaho. You can go to businessandbubbly.com/summit, get the details, grab some of the last few tickets that we have available. It's going to be amazing. You'll see who the speakers are. You'll see the community, what we're about, all of that fun stuff. But if you know that you are being called to your next level, where you're being called to go, what you have done in the past and grinding it out and just putting your head down, that won't get you where you need to go. So you got to slow down to speed up. You got to get around those that are going to expand you, those that are going to call out, those that are not only going to see, but call out that next version of you, that next version of her that's inside of you, that you know that she is there. And get in the room, immerse yourself in the environment that is stronger than your willpower, that's going to ignite the creativity, the ideas, the conversations, and the connections that you need in this journey of being a woman in business. We are not meant to go at it alone. We were never created to go through life or to go through business alone. We were meant for community. We were meant for connection. It is one of the highest values, one of the highest things for our good that we can do is really cultivate and create community. Is it vulnerable? Absolutely. Can it be hard? If we make it. But when you get in the right rooms around the right women, this is the place where, and I know for me, sometimes in the different communities that I have, right, as a mom, I don't always talk about business stuff with my mom friends, and that's okay. I get to adjust my expectation for the container of that community and reflect that facet of who I am as a mom and be fully alive in that facet, just like a diamond, right? A diamond has different facets to it, and each of them shine brilliantly in its own unique way. And so in that facet, in that container of when I am with my mom friends, I get to fully show up and shine unapologetically for who I am as a mom and the love that I have for my babies. And other containers with women in business, I get to show up in that facet of who I am fully, unapologetically, loving the strategy, loving the marketing, loving the expansion, loving the community, loving the growth that happens in rooms like what we have at the Rise Summit. When I show up in different facets, whether it's with my faith or whether it is, with my husband or in fun couples communities that we have or with my parents and my family, whatever that might look like, all of that is me. I just show up in different ways and different facets, and different parts of me get reflected and get to shine. And so if you are finding that maybe you are needing that extra, like that place where you as a woman in business, where you geek out, where you love what it is that you're doing. Like, we love what you're doing too. We want to be your biggest cheerleaders. We want you to literally take over the world with what it is that you're doing and serve as many people as you can serve, and that your heart desires to be to serve. You deserve to be seen and heard and known and to belong. And you get to show up as the fully expressed part of yourself as a woman in business in this room, not only with our chapters with Business Bubbly, but in the Rise Summit, which is what we want to invite you into. So go grab your ticket. Don't wait. It's going to sell out September 29th and 30th in Boise, Idaho. Friday night, the 29th, is our favorite self kickoff party. This is where we get to show up as our favorite self. This is that fully expressed version of who you are as a woman in business. That favorite, girl, you have the outfit in your closet that you know that you wish you had an event to wear it to. This is the event. You have those heels. I know I have those heels that I have wanted to wear them for a really long time. And I'm going to put them on. You better believe it, right? And then all day Saturday, the 30th, is the conference, is the summit. It's going to be an incredible, incredible day. You will not leave the same. I can guarantee you that. You will leave expanded. You will leave with that next connection, with that next conversation that you need for your next level in your business and in your life, personal and professional development. And it is unlike any other. You're going to want to be there. businessbubbly.com/summit. Come and join us today. All right, my friend, cheers to your success, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for listening to the show. I hope it brought some value and some fun into your business and life. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast, and even share the episode with a fellow business bestie who you know will love it. It helps us continue to attract top-level guests and reach more and more women who are on their journey in business just like you. Remember that when money gets in the hands of good women, great things happen. Cheers to your success.